Hey, Lucy here. So I don't know if you noticed the leak when I did a little close-up, is the best I can do. But there's a leak in the Jandy valve, so I'm going to take it apart and show you how to remove the lid without hurting it, and then show you how to do the O-rings, and then explain a little bit how Jandy valves work. Now this is on a 3-port. So we'll just go through that, and if I have time, and if you want to listen, never mind, there's no 2 ports on this system. So anyway, I'll explain how to replace the O-rings on a Jandy valve, okay? I'll be right back. So I have to position the camera because, of course, I'm by myself again. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of a side angle. So the first thing about Jandys is that a lot of people don't understand is how the handle works. Now, when it's in this position and it says off, okay, right there. Now, that means that for the pool return, right now, it's off. That means the spa is open. And a couple things you need to know about Jandy valves. Underneath the handle, there is this notch there. That's why these 2 things are here, and it says inlet, so that it does not, I can't turn the handle that way, okay? I can only go this way and that way. When I go this way, that shuts off the spa. This way shuts the pool off, so if a client wants to use the spa, they would have it that way, and then of course the suction side, they'd have that open. When it's this way, the water is coming back up here and it goes out either way. If you don't have this little notch thing at the bottom, and also there's only one way for a handle to go. If it's going to be hard for me to show you this, but on the top here, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm trying to look in the thing. These are wider, and this is very skinny, okay? On the back here, inside, and it's probably impossible for you guys to see this, I have no idea, but here it's very skinny, matches this. I can't put this on any other way except like that, okay? Let me reposition myself. Okay, so here we are. Oops, sorry. Okay, so now, in this way, the water is going to come up and it's going to go both to the pool and the spa, and that's how you're going to want it to be in a normal situation. All right, so now you know about the handles, and so that is what? Off for the spa. And this is, everybody, off for the pool, and that goes either way. All right, so to take this off, I'm going to try with this, because sometimes, you know, I don't mind taking these off with a battery power, but putting them on, I'd like to do it by hand. Okay, so you take these off. Now, remember that right here it says inlet, and when you place this back, you have to replace it to where the inlet is. The exception is that, and I don't want to confuse people, but some people, repair people, will buy a 2-port valve and the inlet's not going to be the same thing now. So let's just focus on replacing the O-rings and replacing a 3-port lid with a 3-port valve and all that stuff, okay? So we're not going to confuse you. All right, now, the thing about taking the top off, you don't want to put a screwdriver underneath here, okay? I use this nice little sharp tool, and then I just get under here. Now, you don't want to lift it from there. You want to get it in here, the body part, okay? Do you see that? Because if you lift it here and this cracks off, then now you're in trouble. Okay, hear that? We want to get a little bit of air there. There you go, okay? So now this is coming off. Now this is how I'll show you when you're taking these off. You want to inspect this part. It's the gasket. If you're, let's say for example, this is going bad and you're taking a spa and you notice that the water is draining, so you're in one of the two, it's either overfilling or draining, so it depends on what side it's on. This might be bad, so you always want to check that when you're using the jacuzzi, and if it's either draining or spilling over for a long time, check this guy out, okay? Now, when I was saying earlier how this works, watch. So, see how that goes? That is closing the spa, okay? That is opening the spa. So wherever the handle goes is where the water is going. All right? So this is hopefully a good visual aid for you. All right, so now we're going to take this off. And what you're going to find, what we're going to replace right now is this is a lid O-ring. Okay, we're going to replace this. And there are supposed to be two stem, these are called stem O-rings. Now they're stuck in here. So I use my little handy dandy tool. Now, see how there's two of them? There you are. All right, so then I just get a little bit of a paper towel, wipe that clean, wipe that. Now I have my O-rings here and here. Just going to place my O-rings over this. I'm doing this and looking at the camera, you know, so I make sure that I get everything on here. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of lube around here. And just for good measure, I just like going like this. It doesn't really matter, but you know, I just do it. And then take my lid O-ring, oops, put it on the top here. Okay, whoop. It's all right. Get some lube. You don't have to go crazy. Now, some of you might have heard this gurgling and draining. When I restart it, this is fine because it's on the return side. I don't have to do anything. If you're doing this on the suction side, you're probably going to have to prime the pump. So, okay. So anyway, we have this on now. I just like to clean the inside. We're okay. We're good. So we have the two O-rings on. Now we're going to just place this back in here. It doesn't matter except that you don't want it, obviously you do not want it facing that way, okay? You want it either that way, any place but blocking off that. We're going to put the top on, the lid, and it says inlet. Okay, line them up as well as you can, and then you can tell when you're screwing them in if it's not really lined up. You'll start, it won't go in really easily, and it's good to push it down a little bit. Now, if you want to use the power tool, just to, I just go and then want to do it like a tire, you know, and I just stop I don't do it too tight because what you don't want to do, you don't want to crack these. You don't want to crack the body. Okay, so I'm just going to do the rest by hand. That's done. Okay, so that's it. It's fairly easy to do. The main thing is to use a tool like this because if you put a screwdriver under there, then you're just going to make gaps, and that's not good. And I mean, it can't be simpler to do. And this is something that, especially on the suction side, is a really good preventative measure to do, so that this is one of the causes when you can't prime your pump, and it's hard to see on the suction side because, well, it's sucking in air, and the only way you can really tell is, that's a whole troubleshooting thing, is when, on the suction side, when you shut your system off, if water squirts out the middle, the center, or the around the lid. But this is something that, it doesn't cost very much money, and it's a really good idea to change your O-rings on the suction side before the summer. And that's it, I just wanted to show you, and especially using this tool. And hope you learned something, and I will see you next time. Come visit me on my website, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.